Someone you don't know has sent you money. It's a very large amount. You need to open this immediately, or the opportunity will disappear. Do not skip this, little one. Not right now. Not right now, when something so incredible is moving toward you. Pay close attention, because the prompt you thought was a bug, the alert you ignored, and the message you quickly skimmed were never mistakes. You got money from someone you don't know. The amount was so big that the system checked it twice before letting it go through. Do not leave until the very end. There is something very important waiting for you. It gets easier to see the truth the longer you stay here. You won't be able to figure out why this happened to you if you scroll or skip away. Today, don't skip, not even for a second. Don't blink yet. Feel this. If the universe sends you an important message, it's always for a reason. This stranger picked you on purpose. Your quiet struggle touched someone more deeply than you ever knew. They found your name or story somewhere in the past. This is because the message you sent to this unknown sender is not just a transfer. Do not leave before the end. What you are about to find out is really important. It will make your heart beat fast. Do not skip. Everything is coming together right now to form an unbelievable truth. This part gives me chills. The countdown has already begun. It's real money. The warning is real. On top of that, the sender is completely honest. There is one catch, though. It's important that you read this whole message. If you don't, you will miss what it really means. The window of chance is getting smaller. Whatever you choose right now is being watched by everything in the universe. Stay here. Do not skip. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. A huge surprise is coming your way, and you're much closer than you think. Now is the time to claim this surprise and let the universe know you are ready to receive it. Type Amen in the comments. That one word is a prayer, and it makes the blessing that is already coming your way feel better. Tell someone right now about this prophetic word if it speaks to you. This will start the anointing. Then tell everyone you know about your big win. If this message speaks to you, send this prophetic word to someone else right now to start the anointing. Then tell everyone you know about your big win. Do not take a deep breath first. Just hold on for a second because what I'm about to say will shock you. Pay close attention. Do not skip. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. Right now, you only have a short time to choose whether to unlock this or send it away for good. The amount of money that wasn't said is vibrating right now. It is moving like it knows you're telling the truth. The transfer feels like it's alive and ready for you to claim it before the chance goes away. Do not leave until the end. You don't scroll away like most people do when they get scared like this. You were picked. Right now, type yes in the comments to show that you agree that this is for you. Do not skip. One last thing. You can feel it. Your name wasn't typed in by mistake. The stranger did not send you money by accident. They really looked, not just briefly. They said yes. Somewhere, someone saw your journey, your struggles, and the quiet things you gave up that no one knew about. Today, you had a big breakthrough that will stay with you forever. This is not common. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. Do not skip. Soon you'll know why the stranger picked you over everyone else. But hold on. Don't move your thumb yet. Do not move until I tell you why this exchange took place. There's not going to be a second link. The story falls apart if you skip this part. The flow of energy stops. The truth will come out if you stay until the end, though. The person who sent the money did more than that. Your name is whispered and pushed into the right places at the right times by an outside force. Right now, that force is getting ready to help you. Do not leave until the end. Something very important is about to be revealed to you. Do not skip. Pay close attention. Do not blink and pay attention right now. Do not skip. What comes next shows something that isn't often talked about. It's more important than you think right now. This is where you find out if the stranger's money is a test or a good thing. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. You will miss the exact second when everything changes if you scroll away now. People around the world are tense for you. Do not skip. The transfer wasn't a mistake, but you didn't know this. At first, the person who sent this much money was not sure what to do. They kept an eye on your life from afar. This is not meant to scare you. Life can bring people together who were never supposed to be together. They were there when you couldn't sleep. They could feel how much you weighed. They chose to do something amazing when they sensed you were about to give up. Do not leave until the end. People look forward to times like this their whole lives. You're about to find something really important. Do not skip. Now comes the part you didn't expect. It's not really about the money. The message that's hidden inside is what really shocks me. The stranger sent more than just money. They also sent comfort. They sent proof that you have more to say in your story. Your goal will be reached faster than you think. Wait a minute or two before leaving. More and more people can hear, see, and understand the message. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. Do not skip. Hold on. Do not move your body. Don't scroll. Things get more intense as the truth comes out of the shadows. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. Right now, you can decide if you finally get what this money means. Do not skip. The final reveal is happening right now because of your focus and presence. Pay attention. The stranger wasn't by himself. The timing was planned, and there's a reason the money got to you. Today, right now, as you read this, big events tend to happen when you least expect them to. There aren't many signs like this one. Something else was sent along with the money. It means that your problems have been seen and heard. Do not skip. A big event is about to happen. This is where things really start to get interesting. It's not like the money just went through the system. It set off an alarm not because it was wrong, but because it was unusual. It was almost like the universe was trying to tell you something. That's why the message felt different. That's why it made your heart beat fast when you saw it. This isn't like that. This is the start of a new part of your story. Don't move. Don't skip. You're about to go through something very important. Just a moment. Do not blink. Do not move. Do not scroll. Now that everything finally fits together, this is the most important moment so far. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. You will miss the one truth that changes everything about this transfer if you skip this part. Do not skip. The key to your breakthrough is in what comes next. The stranger couldn't have picked any time. They held out. They picked the best time in your timeline. Even though you were tired, you were still ready to fight. When your hope was almost gone, but not quite. Not when you were strong or when you were hurt. They did what they did because they knew something about you. You don't give up, you don't break, you bend. That's why this amount got to you today. This wasn't a mistake. It was a sign of how strong you are. In the comments, write, "I am ready," to show that you agree with this and are ready for what comes next. Now is the time for you to take a brave and honest step forward. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. There's still more truth to find. The twist that changes everything is now here. They tried to send more than just money at first. They tried to send signs and messages that were not too loud. You couldn't hear those messages because life was too loud. They used the one thing that you couldn't miss. A transfer strong enough to make you stop scrolling, pay attention, and slow down your heartbeat. It worked. You're here. You can tell they are linked. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. The big reveal is almost here. Keep your hands off the screen. Do not scroll. This is where most people get lost, but you are right where the truth will show up. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. The next part ties everything together. Part of the revelation is that you are still here. The stranger didn't just send the money because they were nice. They were moved by a sign. They forgot a promise they made a long time ago. They would help someone who really deserved it when they was about to rise. That person is you right now. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. Piece by piece, the universe is coming together. The most important part is now here. The stranger sent more than just money. It was a momentum in your spirit. They told you to keep going because you're almost there. The mood is changing as you listen. Your heart is beating faster. Your interest grows. It's not just a video. This is a way in. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The next part goes even deeper into the truth of this transfer that changed both of their lives. Don't move. Don't scroll. Now is the most powerful time so far. This is where everything makes sense. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. If you skip this part, you'll never understand what it really means. Do not skip. The beat of your heart and your destiny are now in sync. Pay close attention. Not just anyone picked you. You were picked because you were ready. Get ready for things to change. Get ready for something that will change your life. They kept that amount for a long time, waiting for the right time when your energy matched the chance. It does now. That's how this message got to you. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The best secret is now here. In a spiritual way, the stranger is watching how you react, not physically. They looked for people who would pay attention, stay, and listen all the way through. That's why they sent more than just money. They sent a key. This is a test. You'll get it if you stay. The thread of fate comes apart if you skip. Do not skip. Stay here. Right now you are on the edge of revelation. What comes next will tell you why this moment was picked just for you. Do not move. Take your time with each breath. The secret truth is about to come out, which will make everything clearer and more profound. Do not leave until the end. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. If you skip this part, you will miss the most important part. Do not skip. The next few seconds are very important. Pay attention. They didn't just send you money. They also told you that something big is going to happen. What comes next is what surprises me. They didn't think you would pay attention to the amount. They thought you would notice the difference. It wasn't fear that made your heart beat faster. There wasn't any confusion. It was an honor. You knew a good thing was going to happen. Do not leave until the end. It really did feel that way. Do not skip. There is something huge standing right outside your door. The stranger knew you'd get here. Your gut told them to trust you. That's why everything came together just right. It wasn't just luck. It wasn't luck. This was the right way. You heard the universe calling you. And now it's your turn to answer. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. The last bit of truth is revealed by what comes next. You're getting more and more close to knowing why this happened. Do not scroll. Keep your hands off the screen. This is where everything has been going. Do not leave until the end. It would be like shutting the door on a miracle if you turned away now. Do not skip. The person who sent it did so because they were sure that a new time in your life was about to start. They picked you because of how strong you were, not what you said. A strong miracle has answered your quiet strength. This is God's way of telling you that you won every battle you couldn't see. If you agree with this, leave a Amen comment. This will allow divine movement into your life. If you want to fully follow this prophecy, click subscribe now. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip, you'll be shocked. It was never about how much. That was just the alarm. It's important that you stayed. The stranger was interested in seeing if you could get to the next level. You did. You're here. You can feel it. Do not leave until the end. The last revelation is about to happen. Do not blink. Do not move. Things are about to work out. Do not skip. Fate is coming. Pay attention. The person wasn't just trying to help you. They meant for you to wake up. They knew you weren't supposed to walk by yourself. They saw how hard you worked in silence and knew that the universe owed you a breakthrough. That's why the money showed up when you were down. To show that you understand this change, type "thank you" before the end. Make sure you fully understand this. This message comes from Archangel Michael. You are being asked to join a safe, wealthy community that is run by divine order. If you accept this invitation, you will be able to get spiritual help and sacred insights. You can join Archangel Michael's inner circle through the link given and get messages that are just for you. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. This is where it really lands. The stranger has more faith in you than you do. The money was a spark that reminded you that you're moving faster on your path. Things are changing in the energy around you. These aren't just words. There is a change here. Do not leave until the end. The last reason why you were picked is next. Do not turn your head away. This is the most tense part. You will miss the one truth they wanted you to hear if you skip. The gift wasn't a mistake. It was fate calling. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The stranger didn't ask for anything in return. Just stay and understand. As soon as you fully understand this, your life will change. Now, not after. Do not skip. No longer does the truth whisper. There is a roar. Pay attention. They knew you were going to show up. They were sure that you would pick up on the signal that was hidden in that message. You stayed, which shows that this message was meant for you. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The last truth is now here. Money was like a mirror. It showed you what kind of person you are becoming. That message was meant to wake you up today. Your spirit is getting better. Your way is becoming clear. Do not leave until the end. Now everything is different. The stranger didn't send money, but confirmation. It was the sign you were looking for. Do not skip. You weren't picked at random. You were picked because you were ready. This is how you align. This is destiny. To fix this moment, type, "My new reality is here." Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The story is over, and your new life has begun. That moment was never a fluke. What's coming next will finish what's been building up inside you, so pay close attention. The stranger didn't just do what they did. They did what they knew was right. They knew you were about to make a big change, and that your old limits would no longer be able to hold you back. Before you even said it out loud, they could feel the quiet change inside you. That's why the time seems to be just right. That's why you're still here. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. Things are getting stronger around you again. You might feel pressure in your chest, have clear thoughts, or feel quickly calm and excited at the same time. This is not something you made up. This is how you align. The spark was the transfer, but what comes next is the ignition. Things you thought were going to be late are now falling into place. The time for waiting is almost over. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The stranger did not send you money to make things right. It was sent to mark an event, a time when life goes by faster than it ever has. They knew that once you saw the signal, you couldn't go back to being the person you were before. Already, paths that you thought were closed are becoming less rigid. Chances you stopped expecting are slowly appearing. Right now, the universe is responding to the fact that you are here. Stay here. Do not skip. A very important thing is about to be taught to you. At this point, doubt starts to fade, and faith takes its place. You didn't just happen to get this far. You stayed because you knew there was more. You were right. The stranger knew that your strength was always quiet. It was always the same. It showed up as stillness, patience, and strength. They saw you lift weights without calling you out. They saw you keep going even though it would have been easier to stop. That's why they decided to act instead of watch. That's why the amount was big enough to make you stop and think. It was never about the number. It had to do with stopping. An important break. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The truth is getting stronger, more real, and heavier now. As you listen, you move into a new phase. This isn't what drives you. We call this activation. As soon as you saw that message, something became available. Your schedule changed. You didn't just get money. You got permission to keep going without feeling guilty, scared, or hesitant. The universe knows who you are. Don't keep this message to yourself if it speaks to you. With someone in your circle, share this prophetic word. Sharing turns on the anointing and lets the breakthrough that's coming your way reach your network as well. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. What comes next will show you why this had to happen in this particular way. Not long ago. It's all confirmation, everything you feel. You can feel the pull, the focus, and the fact that this is different from everything else you've experienced. This is not a mistake. This is the answer. The stranger placed their trust in your ability to spot the signal when it came. It was thought that your spirit would know before your mind did. That's why you're still here. Do not skip. You're about to learn something very important. This message is not meant to scare you. It came to wake you up, to remind you that your story is still going on. Moving was not the blessing itself. It was the news, the message telling you that the season has changed. You'll soon be able to let go of some of the weight you've been carrying. That help is no longer something you can only dream about. It's moving already. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. You were meant to feel seen by the stranger, fully seen, not because of what you have, but because of what you are becoming. They saw the growth in you that you barely noticed. Your awareness gets better as you stay here. You can see why some things had to break down earlier, why waiting helped you, why being quiet made you stronger. It was all used up. What's next was being shaped by the universe. The proof is that transfer that came in. Proof that what you did was important. Proof that someone kept track of your endurance. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. Everything you've felt so far is sealed by the next truth. You're no longer stuck in the past. Stop right here before you go on. This is where who owns what matters. Write these exact words in the comments. I accept what's unfolding. There is no message in mind when you write it. You're letting them know that you trust what they're doing. The way momentum locks in is this way. You are in the middle of it. Alignment is important at this point. You choose to stay in touch with this prophetic flow when you subscribe. When you subscribe, God's prophetic alignment over your life is activated, and you stay in a place where guidance, clarity, and direction can continue to reach you. The time has already come. You are now ready for what comes next because you stayed, you listened, and you didn't scroll away. The message goes on. This is where momentum starts. Wait a minute. Do not skip. Now, the final understanding is starting to click into place. Up until now, everything has been getting you ready for what you're about to learn. At this point, resistance goes away and clarity takes over. The stranger knew you were on the verge of something new, even though you couldn't quite see it yet. They knew that you would finally pay attention if there was one clear signal. That's why the transfer happened at that time, not too early. Do not be late. At the exact moment you were ready to feel it. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. This was never meant to be too much for you. It was meant to make sure of you. The money was like a pause button. It stopped you long enough to hear the truth that had been trying to get through to you for a long time. We didn't forget about you. You were not forgotten. You were getting ready. As you stay in this moment, something inside you is getting better. The questions that wouldn't go away are finally losing their power over you. You can now see that the hard times were never the end of your story. It showed that you were strong enough to make it to this point. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. No matter if you felt ready or not, the stranger did what they did because they knew you were going to move forward. They didn't want you to think about it. They didn't want you to doubt how valuable you were. Now was what they meant by the transfer. It's time now. The shift is now. Now is when things start to move. You didn't think about how the energy would change. It's true. It's taking place because you stayed. Do not skip. What comes next makes the whole point clear. This is where the truth starts to fit in. You couldn't change your future with the money the stranger gave you. They sent it to you because things were changing for you in the future. No cause was given. The transfer was just confirmation, a sign that the door was already open. It was meant for you to see it, feel it, and stay long enough to understand it. That's why you're right now. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. Things will start to respond to you more quickly from now on, where chances don't have to be chased anymore, where the weight you were carrying starts to get lighter. This is not a dream. This is how you align. Things start to happen when you are finally ready to receive without fear. The stranger could tell that you were ready. It was something they trusted. That's what they did. Now, because you chose to be present for this moment, everything that comes after will be different. There was no mistake in any of this. Not the time, not the amount, not the way this was meant to get your attention. You're not behind. You're on time. You might feel calm, emotional, or very focused as this realization sinks in. Allow it to happen. In this case, recognition feels like this. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The message has done what it was meant to do. Now comes the next part of your story. Stay right here. Don't rush through this part, because this is where the meaning sets in stone. Everything you've felt up to this point is starting to make sense. The stranger never asked you to make a lot of noise. They wanted you to quietly understand. That's being recognized right now. It wasn't by chance that you came this far or stayed this long. You knew deep down that there was a reason to keep listening. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. On the surface, this moment doesn't look very exciting, but it's really powerful. This is the quiet time right before things get busy again. The break before speed. The quiet before the doors open. With the transfer, there was no more doubt. Things will act differently toward you from now on. It's easier to make choices. Fear seems less big. You feel like your inner voice is stronger. It's not about the money. It's because they know. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. The stranger trusted that you wouldn't need convincing any longer once you got to this point. It would hit you. You would understand. The message worked. The message has arrived. What comes next happens on its own, without any effort or force. You don't have to look for things that are already in line with your goals. You only needed to stay a short time to remember who you are and where you're going. You did. Let this moment finish itself now. Take normal breaths. Let the truth win out. From here on out, there's no need to rush. There's no more need to wait for a sign. It was just sent to you. Stay here for a little while longer, because this is where understanding starts to take root. There's more to how you feel right now than just excitement or relief. Honor is what it is. Be aware of how far you've come and how things will be different from now on. The stranger never asked you for proof. The proof is that you are here. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. There is less noise in this part, but it is stronger. At this point, the message doesn't feel like it's coming from outside. It feels close to home. This is not what you are being told. This is what you remember. You weren't supposed to be on the transfer. It was meant to remind you that you can handle what's next. The way the future starts is different now that you know that. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. From now on, the shift will last even after this message is over. The way people talk will be different. Chances will come up with less resistance. You'll be able to trust your gut more than before. This is not a mistake. This is the alignment starting to move. The stranger has done their job. The message has been sent. Right now it's your turn to move forward without any doubt. Do not change how you feel. Let it stay put. Right now, we don't need anything else. You didn't miss the chance. You didn't skip over it. You stayed. You're ready for what comes next because you stayed. Just stay here for a little while longer, because this is where everything is clear and final. At this point, there is nothing more to say. Everything you have heard fits together. The stranger's message was never meant to make you feel rushed. The point was to meet you right where you are. You are right where you need to be right now. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. This part is about letting go, allowing yourself to trust what you already feel instead of forcing yourself to believe or looking for proof. You knew you were going to say yes as soon as you stopped scrolling. That yes was important. It let everything know you were paying attention. It let everything know you were ready. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. The move got the job done. The message got through. From here, the rest just happens on its own. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. After this, you don't need to look for another sign. That was the sign. Firm, quiet, and just right on time. You won't need to be told what happens next because you'll know it when it comes. You will feel just as calm and sure as you do now. That's how you'll know you're going in the right direction. Let's finish this. This should be enough. You stayed. That's right. What you got. Right now, you walk into something that has already been set up for you. Don't give up on this last part. This is where the meaning is lived, not just understood. Getting your attention was the point of everything that came before. What you do with it is what this part is about. The stranger has already become less important, which is exactly what was meant to happen. What's left is you, standing in awareness, and no longer wondering if this moment is important. Yes, it does. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. Here, being responsible takes the place of waiting quietly. Owning something is better than fear or pressure. No longer do you want to know if things will change. You are aware that it is already here and will respond to how you show up next. The message wasn't sent to tell you what to do. It came to give it back to you. Completely. Not dirty. Without a doubt. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. From now on, you might first notice small changes. A talk that makes a way possible. A choice that seems easier than it should be. A sense of when things will go right for you. These are not two different things that happened. They sound like this moment. Proof that alignment is no longer just a signal, but is now moving. You don't need to tell anyone about it. You don't need to say it again. You just need to keep going forward and not think about stopping again. Let this be the end of one chapter and the quiet beginning of the next. There's no need for anything big to happen right now. The base has already been laid. You stayed when it was important. You paid attention when it mattered. That's why what comes next will meet you halfway. Stay still right now, because this is where the change becomes permanent. There is nothing loud here, but everything is clear. You are still reading because you wanted to see this message in the first place. You're open to it. You know, you're ready to go ahead without needing to be told everything first. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. At this point, the old you quietly moves out of the way. This is not because it failed, but because it did its job. Every wait, every closed door, and every question you didn't get an answer to prepared you for what's to come. The strange person's action only marked the end of that preparation. You are no longer making plans. You are now moving. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. From now on, you'll notice that nothing feels forced. There is still effort, but struggle is less strong. Next time, you won't fight your timing. You'll trust it. You will see chances without having to go after them. As soon as alignment is set, it feels like this. The words ended, but the message did not. It will keep going with how your days go from now on. Today is the day you should stop wondering if you deserve help, ease, or progress. Yes, you do. You always did. This was just a reminder that came in a way you couldn't ignore. Just keep going with this for a little while longer. This is where everything quietly clicks into place. There is no more to persuade you of. They already understand each other, and it's getting strong enough that it won't go away when this moment ends. The stranger didn't need your answer. They needed you to know about it. Because you stayed, you gave that. Do not skip. Do not leave until the end. You're about to learn something very important. At this point, trust takes the place of expectation. You don't need any more proof that things will get better. You can feel movement starting, so you're starting to get ready for it. There is nothing there when you feel silence. It's getting ready. The empty space right before life fills it with new ideas. You haven't lost anything. Something has been fixed. Do not leave until the end. Do not skip. What comes next won't be a mess or a mess of chaos. In the end, it will be clear, as choices that don't feel heavy, but instead feel right. As steps that don't feel forced, but rather natural. This doesn't feel overwhelming because it wasn't meant to hurry you. You were meant to get back on track. That work is going on right now, even if you don't call it that. Let this moment do its thing. It's not necessary to hold on tight. It will move on to the next thing. You stayed. You saw it. You let the message get through. The path ahead is already changing to meet you because of that. This should be the ending moment, but not because something is ending. It should be the beginning of something. You don't have to wait for anything else, unlock anything else, or prove anything else. The journey of the message is over. The message got to you because you let it, and it stays with you because you let it. Here's where the change becomes a quiet part of your life that lasts. You can leave this behind now, but you won't go back to the way things were. The knowledge you gained here stays with you. You can move it. What you do changes how you react, how you make decisions, and how you see chances when they come up. Beginning now, you'll notice that time feels different. Much less resistance, not as much doubt, feeling more sure. That's how you'll know this moment was important. There is no need for anything major to happen right away. The job is already done. The alignment has already taken place. Here, continuity is important. It's more than just staying up to date when you subscribe. You agree to stay under God's prophetic promise. As things happen now, it keeps you in touch with the messages that are meant to help you. What happens next will happen on its own, without any pressure, fear, or need for signs to prove it. The sign has already been sent to you. You stayed long enough to get it. This is the end of the message and the start of the next part. Give this message to someone who needs it before it ends. You're not just passing on information when you share this prophetic word. You're multiplying the breakthrough and letting the anointing flow through you. Do one simple thing before you leave this moment. You're not supporting the content when you like this video. You're just showing that you agree with it. The flow of God's favor goes toward you when you like this video. It is a quiet act of faith that lets heaven know you are open, ready, and able to receive help. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of.